Hello, hello, hello. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Here we are again, 2025, a brand new episode of 2Tall Podcast. We're going strong. This is episode 4. We're going strong. I have a set goal for the show. I'm trying to get at least 50 subscribers before the end of next month. I'm trying to get those little YouTube awards. I want those awards. I just got to be consistent. I've been more consistent on Instagram promoting this show than anything. But you got to be consistent, regardless of the negativity or anything else. You got to encourage yourself. I appreciate people always encouraging me, but you got to encourage yourself. You got to bet on yourself, and I'm betting on myself that I'm going to win. And I'm not doing it alone. Because, ladies and gentlemen, would you please help me welcome my co-host for the day and maybe moving forward? Let's see how he does today, Quentin. It's good, Quentin.
It's all good here. Quentin representing the Bronx for right now.
Right now. Oh.
Yeah.
Don't be going to Brooklyn.
Trying to go to Manhattan.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the goal for some people to live in Manhattan, live in the bright lights and stuff. So I wish you best luck in that.
Absolutely.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So today's episode is going to be an interesting one. We have two guests that'll be here right after this. The first one will be here right after. I'm calling today's episode The Gay, the Bad, and the Ugly. Today we're going to talk about the community, the gay community, the good, the bad, the ugly. There's a lot of myths about what goes on in the community. We have a few people who will give us an inside scoop and talk about the pros. There's a lot of topics we're going to discuss about that. We're going to talk about the cons as well. It's not hard being a gay black man in this community. So we're gonna have some fun. And of course, these are all our opinions. We have experienced this and everything in the community. So I hope you guys will join in, and hopefully you agree with everything we're saying or disagree. That's what makes this country so great. Somewhat, we can all have a debate and not kill each other.
Right.
So before we get started, Quentin, tell me how did you bring in the new year?
The new year has been good so far. To be honest with you, I actually stayed in this year. I debated about going out or not, and I really wasn't kind of feeling that for a minute. And then it started raining. And that pretty much made the decision for me. I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to stay in tonight. And I actually said to myself that if I'm going to I want to focus on some goals this year.
Mm-hmm.
And so I need to self-reflect a lot this year. And I kind of made it symbolic. I was like, if I bring in the new year with myself, then I can kind of use that as a springboard for the rest of the year to just kind of be focused on some stuff with myself, self-improvement type stuff. So as opposed to feeling sad of being alone on New Year's Eve, I made it a positive thing.
I feel like those people that was kissing each other come midnight, they're all lovey-dovey now. 3 days later, they're going to be fighting and stuff, and then
That's real.
They'll hold that anger in until till February for Valentine's Day.
And then on the 15th, pow.
Right?
But yeah, I think you're right about that.
Okay. So we're gonna shoot the breeze. That's my little new segment, shoot the breeze. It's basically talking like people don't like to say that, but I like saying time to shoot the breeze. It's just
Shoot
basically chatting and conversing. You know me, I like to chat, I like to converse. We're gonna start off with our first one. Are sneaky links cheapening the experience of sex? you know, and of course, we'll tell our viewers who don't know what is a sneaky link.
So I would say a sneaky link is somebody that you're hooking up with.
Mm-hmm.
That could be either going on dates or sexual, and you don't really tell anybody. They kind of like your little side thing, your little secret thing, rather. And you don't tell your friends or your family. It's just a
Wait,
sneaky link.
you said date?
It could be a date too, I think. I don't know.
Well,
But most people take it to the sexual thing.
And you know what? Me and you, we talked about this, that we was going to disagree on things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to disagree with you on that. To
Okay.
me, and anybody watching, sorry, a sneaky link to me is, there's always two perspectives of a sneaking link, like you sneaking around if that person, and keep in mind, some of these topics don't have to, yes, the theme is talking about gay culture, but it can be used for straight people as well. But for right now, it just goes out there for the gays.
Yeah.
The rainbow flag. I'm gonna get the 2Tall podcast. I ain't gonna do that. That's stupid. But I think sneaky links is like when you're sneaking around, when you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and you're, not trying to get caught, and you sneaking around. You guys are hooking up in parks and in the car and stuff. And you're trying to be on the low. That's what my definition of sneaky links is. Or, if you're single and you're just trying to sneak around, you don't host, and hosting this community means you don't live alone. When I first heard about that, when I first heard about it, I thought when host meant like, it was like, you host? I'm like what? Do I host parties? Or I meet your lead? What do you mean? There's so many people used to say, what are you into? I don't know, PS5, I like to go for a walk. I'm like, the terms.
All the terminology.
Yeah, all the terminology. But no, that's what my opinion of sneaky links. So yeah, anybody that didn't know, are sneaky links cheapening the experience of sex? I'll let you start that off, Mr. Co-host.
So there's different ways to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
One way to look at it is like, if both people are on the same page, like both people want to keep it on the low, then I don't think it's cheapening the experience of sex, because everybody is on the same page. This is what we do. This is our business. Nobody else needs to know. And we enjoy each other when we're together, kind of a thing. But then on the other hand, where it gets kind of tricky is if you are somebody's sneaky link, but you don't know that you're somebody's sneaky link. Mm-hmm. So like, you think y'all are getting together and it's all good, but the other person is keeping you a secret. Then it's like, because like I said, you think it's all good, but then this other person is really basically hiding you. And then there's so much more behind it. Like, why are they hiding? Kind of thing.
Well, I don't know anybody in the sneaky link that's really trying to think about that. If the sex is good, they ain't thinking about if they hiding me. They think about when's next. Can we set up the schedule? They ain't thinking about that. I don't think there's any emotion in the sneaky link. We'll get to that a little bit later on in the episode. I got somebody that's going to help me out with that. But I think it's cheapening the sex. Listen, I don't really do sneaky links. 6'7", I can't even, walk down the street peacefully without somebody asking me. So it's hard to hide me. I'm a big giraffe.
Yes, you are.
But once upon a time, I did do sneaky links. And I did one in a car. My legs was hanging out and everything. Like the Flintstones. You ever seen the dinosaur pop out and
out of the top? That was you.
Do I think it's cheapening the sex? listen, you look at Twitter. Twitter is, and I'm a big fan of Twitter. Nobody come at me. I love what it has. I have, you know, once they got rid of the logo of the bird and put the X, it really meant,
The
X-rated.
X.
It went X.
Right. It really did.
But I look at all the stuff that's happening on Twitter, and I feel like, hey, I'm not a fan. I'll never do it, but people are making good content for it, making good money. But it does cheapen the sex if you like the person. One of the reasons why I decided to take a break from dating, I was dating someone back in towards the end of 2023. All my guests, they asked me to send the link. Everybody, hold on, you'll be on the show. Let me get first. I got to get to the first topic. Right. Everybody's in a hurry. I got my other guest. He's waiting. He's ready. I think he's looking nice. He wanted the person I was dating during the fall of 2023. He was the reason why in 2024 and 5 I haven't even been thinking of a relationship, because he used to pressure me to want to film and everything, and that wasn't for me. I'm a one-on-one kind of guy, and I don't need the world seeing my good sex moves, my famous leg up, my favorite crouch,
Not the crouch.
So I think for me personally, it does. Now, if you just trying to have fun and you like the person, it's cool. It's cool. But I have our first guest. He's gonna help out. He's gonna give his perspective. Give me 1 second. I see you, and let's get it started. Welcome. How you doing, boss man?
I'm doing well, and yourselves?
Good.
Hey.
Thank you for being on. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, your energy was good the other day. When you find somebody in this community, because not everybody gives you good energy. I was telling Quentin this. You got the best body. You probably have more followers than me. You don't have a podcast like me, but you have nice assets. But if your personality sucks, I don't really care. Yeah, I have a nice 6'7" height, but I want people to look at my personality. Behind my height, my personality is the second thing people talk about, because I like to think I have a good personality. I want to advertise that besides just the nice height. You feel me? But what's your thoughts? Do you think it cheapens the experience of sex?
I mean, I unfortunately was not here for the beginning of everything Quentin was saying, so I hope whatever I say doesn't sound like I'm just picking back up or I just copied your notes. I didn't.
Go for it.
But no, I just feel like maybe it doesn't cheapen it, because I feel like people doing that upon their own volition is something that's rather enticing to them. Or I feel like maybe a lot of people just like to gamble on the feeling, because sometimes it's just that, like, the probabilities of not knowing anything. All you know is that you're gonna get some ass, you're about to get something thing, and then you're good. Other than that, like, I'm carrying on my day.
Yeah.
Or not for some people, like how I did hear towards the end about it being like, the other person doesn't know. But at the end of the day, I think that's the whole point of like the sneak link thing, whereas you don't know the full details. So it's just like, fuck it. You know why you and I are both here. Let's just get this over and done with. Have a great day. I don't like need your number or your social. We good.
Straightforward. Have one of y'all ever did a sneaky link, and how was it?
For me, awkward. I think for me it was awkward. I think initially I went in with the intent like, fuck it, like, what's the word? But I think sometimes also the build up before it happens can usually kill the mood too. Like, if like you're going to a sneaky link, obviously, like, we're coming in judging. You can't even lie. Like, like, if the crib is looking fucked up and you're telling me to sit over here, I'm gonna look at you like, I don't know. If you're like, if you're like already like done dressed, ready to go, and then literally you're like, but you like have to be quiet. I'm gonna be like, but like, I think when I had my experience, that was exactly both things that happened. He had a shitty ass room, and then he told me I had to be quiet because his roommate was in an argument with like his boyfriend, and I was like, how does that pertain to me? But sure. And then literally like nothing happened. I was just like, honestly, I'm just not feeling it. Like I'm good. Like if I'm gonna have sex, something I gotta be quiet, but you're literally right next to your roommate. How does that make any sense?
Oh yeah, I definitely hear you on that. What about you, Quentin?
I've had a sneaky link before, like in the past, and you know what? I don't think it's for me. For one, I like that one-on-one intimacy. I like familiarity too. Like we know each other, we have a rapport outside of this kind of a thing, and so with the sneaky link, sometimes it's just like bam, 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 see you. You know what I mean? And that can be cool for a little bit or whatever. But for me personally, like I need a little bit more. And yeah, I need to like know you a little bit more than just that. That's just me though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. Thank God this is not live and I can edit this. No, not because of that. Let me ask you, because my laptop is frozen. Can y'all see me?
I can see you.
I see you, but you're frozen.
Yeah.
Right. You're holding your pose real strong. You're frozen, like.
Yeah, it's frozen. All right, darn. All right, that was good. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hang up. We're gonna I don't know how much this got recorded. Am I feeling about that? I'm gonna restart it. Are y'all both still available?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna restart it, and because I know Kim. Damn, I just ruined it. Shut up. I was gonna invite Quentin. I was gonna surprise you. All right, Lou. Lou, give me a sec. I'm gonna restart it.
God, yeah.
Oh,
look at that. You're moving.
I'm moving now. And
yo, it was like, don't do the reset. Don't do the reset.
You're right.
Oh man, I got a lot of editing I gotta do now. All right, cool. It's cool. But that's cool. I agree with that. I agree with that. I do. That sound like you had a good experience. You know what, Kim? I was gonna save you for last, but I want your experience as well. You had a few sneaky links as well. Let me. Hold on. I know she cussing me out. Kim.
Hey, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Happy 2025.
Love the hair. I'm loving it. Viewers, you already know Kim. Y'all keep asking for her. The second episode is getting more views than the first. It's because Kim. Thank you. And she put she's put co-hosts as well. All right, fine. I got 3 co-hosts today. Fine.
Okay. I don't know how to work this. I'm new to this, so yeah.
It's okay.
Me too.
I wanted to talk to you about the topic are sneaky links cheapening the experience? Do you feel like they are? And have you ever had one? If you don't want to put your business out there.
Say it again.
Are sneaky links cheapening the experience of sex?
Sneaky links. Yo, I don't know. These niggas is crazy. That's all I was. Baby. I don't know, but you was. I thought you was talking about another topic too, as well. You was saying.
Yeah, no. That's later. You'll stick around. Okay. We're gonna have you stick around.
Okay.
So yeah, give your opinion on that.
I don't really have any of those.
Really?
Oh.
Not saying it like she's a slut, guys, because she's not.
No, she's classy.
I
she's mindful,
days,
baby.
But you know what I'm trying to say? But no.
Very demure.
Yeah, no. Not at the moment.
Okay. All right, cool. So before we go to the next topic, I think all 3 I know about this situation, and again, I don't want to stay on it too long, but before we get there, I was going to say, what is the weirdest thing you've ever been asked for leading into a hookup? All 3 I have told. this past year, I've been asked on my way to somebody's crib, can you bring toilet paper? And just a few weeks ago, last week, I was asked if I can bring, what was it, Quentin? Lunch,
food,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, lunch. I was like, that is the worst thing ever. I don't care if you gay or straight. A man should be able to hold it down. Don't
Exactly, that's insane.
But question, was he a bottom and he was asking for food?
He was. No, he was verse.
He was verse.
But I think a bottom should never be asking that, because that means they wasn't prepared. That part.
Oh, they're not going to be prepared.
If he was in a bottom that night and he was like, can you bring me some food? That's fucked up.
Right.
Like, and then you was already shopping already. So where did the, not putting that business out there, but you was already shopping. So what does this look like?
You forgot that? That's crazy. Like, what?
What about you, Lou? Anything like that kind of Quentin? I was trying to see if Quentin wanted to tell some story. He said no, he never experienced that. What about you, Lou?
I never have.
He's a very, very demure man. He this guy knows how to pick them. Quentin, we could definitely trust for his opinions then. I think for me the most weirdest thing was when, like, I think it was the other way around for me, where like the guy was coming over and he just was like, oh, I got mad weed so we can smoke and chill. I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. And then he comes and literally it's like a bottle cap full. And I'm just like, and then I'm like over here with like a big ass bag like this, like, all right, bet. So I'm just looking at him like, okay, so this is not happening today since you don't know how to match energies. Have a great night.
Kim, anything like that happened to you?
No, not like that. I don't know. This dating scene for me right now is a little bit odd for me. These niggas, they think because they have their own place that should be the first date, and that absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got my own place. Okay, what the fuck does that mean?
And
then oh, please don't let him be like a pretty boy. Then he's just like real conceited and shit like that. It's annoying. Like, nigga, you're not cuter than me. You could never. Like,
you hit on my line, the bud.
But I think that's also true in the gay community too. Like, not to like derail it over to another side, but like,
but absolutely,
the pretty boys, like, they feel like they don't have to do too much. Like, you should be like lucky to be with me, kind of thing.
Yeah, excuse me?
Yeah,
right.
Especially the ones out in Brooklyn.
Hey, hold on. No, hold on. I don't know why you're targeting locations like that. Don't do that.
All right, so this next one is monogamy dead in the gay community? I'm gonna let these two answer, and then Kim, you answer in general. Do you feel like it's dead in general? So, co-host, go for it.
Ooh. For me, this one is a tricky one because I kind of do feel like monogamy is dead in the gay community. I mean, I think there are a lot of couples who start out wanting monogamy or saying they want monogamy, but I don't know how long it lasts or how sustainable it is.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, I'll put it this way. I don't know any gay couple that's been together, say, longer than 7, 8, 9, 10 years where the monogamy hasn't left. Whether that be they open the relationship up, or whether that be somebody stepping out and the other person doesn't know, or both people are stepping out. But I will say I don't know a single gay couple that's been together that long where monogamy hasn't left. And that's just from my own experiences.
Lou, before I let you go, I had these two couples where where they said, they're in an open relationship because they both know they're gonna cheat on each other, so might as well just open it up. And I looked at them like, okay.
I'm so sorry.
I guess at least you guys know each other real well. Y'all both know y'all gonna cheat on each other. But it's very rare. I was looking at this this dude the other day. He had these sparkly eyes. He had this dream of, I want to have a man. I want to be one on one with him, and me and him gonna be forever. I'm like, been there, done that. It doesn't really work out, but that's his experience. I think it is dead, and I think more people are enjoying being poly, and more people are enjoying being in an open relationship. It's more freedom for them. But I find it ironic. People was fighting so hard for gay marriage, and then it's now they're fighting. Now they have an open marriage. So it's people are like, I thought you guys just wanted one-on-one. Now you want this partner, that partner. I mean, it's your life. I can't tell you what to do. Too Tall Podcast is not telling anybody what to do, but it's just very. It's that I used to think was a possibility. I had 2 relationships. It was one-on-one, but yeah, it's very rare to find anybody that does have monogamy. God bless, but it's hard to find, especially when you see somebody on Instagram and you got to really trust them that you're not going to try to slide into their DMs or find you chilling one day, you going through Twitter and you see your current partner in a Twitter video, So I don't know. Lou, go, then Kim.
I think that I'm kind of also like in the middle where it's like yes and no. I think for me, it's more about the fact that so far from the people that I've met or like, all the friends that I've had or the people that I've worked with, it seems like a lot of tendencies come from the emotional balance of receiving and being with somebody because they give you that emotional stability and that comfort of consistency so you don't be alone as a gay person.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a lonely world out here. But, for them, that seems like that's the personal satisfaction, and then afterwards, the physical satisfaction is another different topic for them, and they move upon their own way, and they feel like they do what's best for themselves. For me, I have to say that I'm the opposite though, because before my husband passed away, we were completely monogamous through and through.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we never stepped out of our relationship. We never had done any of that. And then I like to say, for example, another example would be someone that I used to work with. I was really close with him, and his partner were not monogamous in the sense of like they were sleeping with anybody that he wanted to because he was a drag queen. So he was like, I'm gonna do whatever, fuck it. But then he told us that the moment they get married, which God bless, they actually got married this year. Well, last year.
Nice, congrats.
Last year they got married and they fully closed themselves off. So, I guess it depends on the standards and expectations, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, true. My girl Kim, because monogamy isn't just for the gay community; it's for straight people as well. I look at my brother. Hope he doesn't beat me up. It took him 3 tries to settle down with one person, and he settles down and he loves his girlfriend. But do you feel like it's dead in straight?
I don't think that is dead. I absolutely don't think that is dead. And people have their own opinion. Some people like, I'm not with the poly thing. It's not really new, but a lot of people are on that type of time. But I have friends and even myself, when I was in a relationship for a long time, it was just like just us, no stepping out, no anything like that. So I do believe, especially if you can communicate and you have that understanding, what I'm trying to say, and then you have to bring the fun. You have to bring the fun out of the relationship. You know what I'm trying to say? So you can't keep it boring. So
Okay.
yeah, absolutely.
We'll do a segment because I'm trying to figure out because I was gonna wait till the end of the month to say this. I'm thinking of also trying to do a Friday show. I want to be consistent, and maybe you'll do like a little hot segment of how to keep your man happy.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Right. Can I add something to that though?
Yeah, go for it.
On that topic though, I wanted to add, especially as it pertains to the gay community, like we don't really have a playbook on how these relationships go. I mean, the only playbook we have are heteronormative relationships that we've seen. And some aspects of that works for us, and then sometimes it doesn't. I don't know about 2 women being together, but especially like 2 men, is definitely different than a man and a woman being together. It's just different energies. And so, who knows if what works for straight people will necessarily work for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
And also when it comes to monogamy, monogamy is a choice. Like,
Right.
simple. Monogamy is a choice because at the end of the day, we are all still animals. And in nature, animals are not monogamous. I mean, there might be like 3 or 4 of them that are, but
Yeah.
overall, they're not. And so, monogamy is
And
something
we
that you have
tend
to
to stray.
choose to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice. All
it's
right.
not a natural thing. So,
Animal Planet over here. I didn't.
Right?
Even,
As you see, the primal animals instinctively follow.
National Geographic.
we got Kim, Lou. You still have time to stick around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Because we just getting started. Now, this one I'm gonna direct. Cause I'm looking at the list. We got a lot of gay stuff, but I got my homegirl. Her time and value as well as yours, Lou. So I want to make sure she gets a feel. But this is for anybody because up next, can you really have a FWB without catching feeling? Co-host for any of our viewers that are new and don't understand what that is. Tell them what a friend with benefit is.
So, a friends with benefits is somebody that's your friend. Y'all hang out and kick it like friends do.
Wait,
And
hold on.
then,
Run it back. Sorry. I misspoke. Tell them the gay version of what a friends with benefits is in our community. In the
Oh,
community.
in the community is probably somebody that's your homie, but that y'all smash from time to time.
Yeah.
Basically.
So yeah, can you catch feelings? I'm gonna let Kim with her beautiful hair.
Well, I would say hell yeah, it's possible. But for guys, on my end, for guys not to catch feelings, because us females, we're more like emotional beings. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But yes, we catch feelings.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you act on those feelings, or you just do your best to just keep pushing through and just?
I guess it depends on the person. Sometimes you act, and sometimes it depends on a person. You know what I'm trying to say? But sometimes, yeah, it depends on your energy with that person, I must say. Yeah.
That's a word that gets thrown around a lot, but if the person has some good energy and you're feeling them, it's hard not to,
it's definitely hard not to catch feelings. But in this day and age, sometimes you have to shut things off. You have to, you could catch feelings and you could still shut it off at the same time. If you're not being persistent and stuff like that, and you know what I'm trying to say, like, hey, bye, peace. Nobody got time for that. Next.
Me and you have known each other for a while, and you already. I have told you the people that have stepped up, and you know one of them being this trying to be a social worker. You already know who I'm talking about, and you gotta push them aside. It's not consistent enough.
Yeah, because people want what they want, and if somebody really wants you, and they're gonna make it happen.
Yeah,
they're gonna be calling, texting. Oh, I want to see you. Come. Yeah, they're gonna make it happen.
That's the friend.
Everything else is irrelevant.
That's the friend part, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Lou, I'm gonna let you go, but I have always told anybody that sees it, they know I have always said that. My definition of friends with benefits is I'm gonna take the time to get to know you as a friend, and over time the benefits will. Not over time, I ain't taking 3 months now, but the vibe will there and the benefits will follow. Doesn't mean I'm trying to be in a relationship with you. I'm trying to be your friend. There'd be people, I don't have sex with my friend. Come on. Lou, what you think?
I think it's possible to not catch. I feel like in the gay world, it is possible to not catch feelings. I think that. I think for us, it's kind of more I think literally for us, it's more like, honestly, I'm just ready to fuck and go and carry on. It's to the point that sometimes you don't even know the person's name, you just wanted to fuck. And then over time, because literally you can start a conversation
right?
What are you looking for? Friends and fun. And then literally the fun just happened and the friends part just went out the window.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree with what you said earlier with the term consistency. I feel like as long as there's a consistent basis where you guys understand where everything's at, then we're Gucci. You know, if you catch feelings after that, then my heart, I don't know what to tell you, but I'll see you next Tuesday, all right? You know?
Quentin, I'm gonna let you go, of course, in a minute, but I took a minute to finally stop doing that. I mean, like I said, I had my guard let down off. I had my guard let down this past summer, but before that, I used to always, you know, I'll do a hookup. Oh, bro, that was good. Can I buy you IHOP? It's like, bro, it's not that serious, you know. Yeah, cool. You know, I was just wanted something to eat. Nah, just keep it pushing. I'm all right, cool. You know, you invest your time and your energy in that person. You want to chill and stuff and hang out. But I used to always get attached. Then now I'm like really just trying to build a friendship at that part. And just have fun along the way. I have that with someone. We're just having fun, leaving it at that. Because you don't want to, if you wear your heart on your sleeve like I do, you don't want to invest so much and then slip up. Especially if the sex is good. And you're like, dang, what if this was more like a relationship? Would sex be different? Would you see me different? You start thinking that. Well, I start thinking that, but right now I'm just enjoying the fun, and it's sad that it took me to 30 to learn how to enjoy the fun and really go with the flow. I hated that word, go with the flow, because I'm a leader. I like to lead the flow. I ain't following nobody. I'm the leader. But now I'm learning to go with the flow. Quentin, you.
I think that, for one, I think both people kind of have to be on the same page. Like, this is what it is. Like, it is what it is. We know what it is, kind of a thing. And again, when it comes to men, I think it's a lot easier for us to have friends with benefits, just because I think it's easier for us to just look at sex strictly as sex. You know what I mean? And not necessarily put our heart in it. I mean, there are times when you do get caught up, you know, and the feelings get caught up in it. But I think just overall, the way that we are built, so to speak, we know how to like go into it with our emotions not in it and just sex, if that's what it is. That's how I think.
It's easy to detach too, because I could be just like a nigga too. Like, okay, hey, the fuck?
Bye.
For real,
Thank you,
you
come
have
again.
to be like that sometimes. Like, yeah, thank you for your services, and you know, like
The Uber downstairs, bye.
Right.
Has that ever
Shirt
happened?
over there.
That happened to me once. Having a good time. Oh man, that was great. Yeah, man. Here you go. What's this? Time for you to bounce. What do you think this is? Ain't no Holiday Inn. Oh yeah. I was just. All right, see you later. But it definitely happens. Ken, Lou, I got two more for you guys, and then thank y'all for everything. This one goes out for the guys. Do New York City has too many bottoms, or is there just not enough tops? And are first men an afterthought? Lou, you're shaking your head. You're giving your opinion. Go for it.
I mean, honestly, this is a great question. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Because I feel like as like in our verse men.
Man, an African. Nobody really.
You see, I feel like the problem with verse men is the fact that like in New York, specifically speaking, when it's like, you know what it is. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to articulate it in the right sense. It's like knowing when you're gay. Like, you know, when they're like, "Are you gay?" You be like, "I don't know, I'm bi." And so it's like for like anybody who is dating a bi person, always like, okay. And that's like that same feeling that bottoms and tops give to verse people. It's like, okay. But like, are you topping? You're like, I mean, I'm verse. And then literally it's like, no, I need a definitive answer of what the fuck you are tonight, so I know what I'm getting tonight. And it's like, it doesn't. Bitch, if you told me you were bottom, obviously common sense is I'm gonna have to top that night. But it's okay, you know. So you want to put more thought into me being verse, then I'm good. But I definitely feel like there are more bottoms than tops.
Oh yeah.
Definitely feel like that. I feel like there's a lot of arching backs in the club, and there shouldn't be.
Arching backs.
Quentin.
But yeah.
Oh, wait, go ahead, Lou. I'm sorry.
No, that's it. But yeah. No,
Quentin.
I agree with Lou. And I don't think it's just NYC either. I think that there are more, just in our community in general, I think there are more bottoms than tops. And I also feel like people look at verse people the same way, like you said, Lou, they look at bi people. Like, or I'll take it even a step further. I think when people say that they're verse, the thing that a lot of people think is that you're really just a bottom, but you don't want to admit that you're a bottom, kind of a thing.
That part with the verse bottom. Sorry to cut you off. I hate that. They're like, yeah, I'm a verse bottom. So you top occasionally? No, I'm verse bottom, so I do both, but you bottom more. It's like, make it make sense.
That's like saying I'm gay straight.
Yeah. And then
Like,
this new
which one is
one, I'm a side. A side of what? Side of what?
That one is very new.
What is that?
So I just figured, just found out what this was like a month ago, but a side is basically somebody who doesn't do anything. There's no like penetration or anything. So they do like rubbing up against each other with the clothes on and stuff like that, but there's no actual sexual contact.
So it's just PG-13 gay shit?
Basically, yeah. It's like middle school, yeah.
If I wanted somebody to rub up against me and not do anything, I'll go on the subway.
Oh, wow.
Times Square.
I got
There are plenty of holes, you're right.
I think New York City has a lot of bottoms. I think verse or afterthought. They're afterthought. They don't really. And even if you're talking, they were like there be people in the community on their page, on Jackson Grindr or in person that said, "No, I'm a full time. I don't want to do anything with a first dude because you're gonna ask me to fuck you." I'm like, not really. I won't have the mindset. If you're moaning like how I'm gonna make you moan, I don't see you trying to be dominant after. Unless you. So yeah, Kim, let me ask you a question. I know. Do you think you can answer this? Let me rephrase it just for you. Do you feel you see a lot of gay bottoms, if that makes sense, in New York City? Don't forget about the first question. Do you feel like you see a lot of, like, can you tell if a dude is a bottom or a top?
Sometimes, not all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
gotcha.
Yeah. But for the most part, I do see a lot of bottoms.
Okay. Well, this last one is going to be good because I know a lot of straight men who are straight curious. Why do some men feel gay curious, Yuri? Is this gay curious? I had it right. Why do some men feel the need to be DL? Excuse the editing, but yeah, Kim, do you feel there's a lot of DL men in New York?
Get them, Kim. Get them. Expose them.
They outside. They outside. They are outside. They are outside. They are fucking curious. That is the truth. They are. They're outside. You be like, yeah. I remember one time, it was a couple of times, but one time back in the day, this guy, he was so cute, right? I was like, oh my God. But my neighbor upstairs, he was fully gay. So I was like, oh my God, he is so cute. He was like, yeah, like that's my man. Like you wouldn't even thought, you know what I'm trying to say? Just looking at him, you wouldn't even thought it was so long ago. He was like, yeah, that's my man. I was like, I know that's right. I was like, hold up, wait a minute. It's double take, but yeah, I was like, whoa. But yeah.
Before I let you go, Quentin, do you feel if a dude works out a lot, he's gay? Like all these gym rats that are hitting the gym as we speak, do you feel like they're gay? Because I always thought it's just a dude that cares about their body, but you see a dude talking about, gym bros and stuff,
No, I just think when they work out so much, they shrinking their dick. That's just my opinion. Like,
they
why
love
you
an
working
ego
out so hard?
stroker.
You just making that shit disappear? That's insane.
Quentin, if you think we're going to get views on this one, yeah, we are. Because
Right.
she tells it like it is. You can never deny that. But cool. Lou, do you think men? There's a lot of DL men in the community, and do you think they should come out? Do you think the world has accepted it, or should they just live their life? What do you think?
See, I feel like for me at this point, if you can't tell by the fitted that they got on, you know, because everyone knows once you see that fucking cap that has the gray bottom, with the fucking little snapback, you know they're a little DL, little sun. You know, they better take that shit off real quick. That's what they gotta do. Nah, but I definitely feel I definitely feel like there are a lot of DL men. And honestly, babes, just keep doing what you're doing because it's not hurting anybody. Because it circles back to the sneaky link storyline. You know, if you DL, you also a sneaky link. So keep on enjoying what you're doing.
You said that it's not hurting anybody?
No, it doesn't hurt anybody when you think about it because maybe somebody if they're
yeah, I was
if we're gonna hit technicalities about the relationship, that's different story. Like we're talking about DL niggas, period.
Yeah, I dislike when people have their reasons of staying in the closet. I'm not about to expose them or anything, but what I don't like is when you have a wife or a child. That's where I'm like, I'm gonna just keep it moving.
What did the child do?
Yeah, you know, if that's the case, listen. If that's the case, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Just be who you are, who you really are, still be part of that child's life, but don't waste that woman's time, you know? Because the woman's going to be questioning every time you acting weird, you're not coming home. That's unfair to her, you know? That's just my perspective, you know? That's my perspective. Mr. Co-host, do you, what's your opinion? Do you think there's a lot of DL men? Should they come out? Is this the right time? Is 2025 the year of the, you know, coming out?
Honestly, there are a lot of DL men still. You can't force anybody to come out. I'll put it that way. Like, people have to do it in their own time or whatever. But I will say, at least in our community, in the Black community, or just, I'm gonna say Black and Brown community, our communities don't necessarily make it a safe space for men to come out, because anything that's considered feminine or anything like that is looked down upon. You know, I mean, you got some straight guys who won't even like eat a banana, you know, without breaking it, or won't eat a popsicle,
like, hey,
won't wear sandals.
Hey,
like,
yo.
Right.
Like the whole pause thing, you know what I'm saying? Like
everything
all
is
of
pause.
that. Right. So if you are DL, I mean, our community doesn't really make it safe for you to feel like, okay, I can come forth and like say who I really am. And I'm not even gonna get started on how like church culture can also do that too. So I understand why there are DL people, but I don't think you can like force them out of it though. I mean, everybody's got to come to their point in their own time.
At their own time,
yeah.
I like the word discreet. I hear a lot of people say they're not DL, they're discreet. And that's okay. I like that word better. To me, that means like they're not like out there, but they are who they are, but they're not making it seem like some bottoms. Like if I go to Atlanta, there's some bottoms that they do the switch, they do the makeup, they want to be noticed. Some just want to keep to themselves. But listen, I say do what makes you happy. Want to keep the DL life safe, keep it up. I'm not even watch this married or anything like that. Leave out of it. I'd rather stay away from that. You know, it's just unfair to wife and kids. But you got a girlfriend, buy her something nice. Come meet me. Let's see what we do.
It's optional.
That's where I crossed the line, you know. But Kim, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate
welcome. It was nice seeing all of you guys. Happy 2025. I'll be seeing you guys again soon.
Happy New Year.
Thank you so much. Lou, back to you as well. Thank you for joining as well. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome. See you later.
See you guys.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year again. Bye.
Oh, man. That was fun.
That was fun. That was very.
That was fun
too. Yeah.
See, I was about to say something else. I just peeped that we're still live. Well, so
right.
But yeah, that was. I think we dived in deep. Did we hurt a lot of feelings? Is people gonna cut you out on Jack and Grinder? Probably so. Probably so. They'll probably cuss you out in bars.
People are always gonna have opinions and always gonna say
Oh, yeah.
something. So it is what it is.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
But you gotta keep moving.
I liked having Lou, and also it was nice having Kim too, because she could give in like the female perspective
Yeah.
too.
I was kind of surprised and everything. So
It was
yeah,
still a
but
surprise. I had no idea she was gonna be on there, so that was nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe, and just come along with me on this ride. You know, I have a good mindset, a good goal. I won't bring people that won't be entertaining, because that's what this is. This is entertainment at its best. I want to entertain. I don't want to bore. I want you to give me your time. From wherever you're coming from, this show usually airs at 6 o'clock. You're just getting off work. You know, you're on the train. You're waiting for a bus. You just had a hard day at work. You want a good laughter. I think this is your cup of tea for a good Monday night. I really do. So I want to thank Quentin for being on. I want to thank Kim again.
Thank you so much.
You guys have a good rest of your Monday night, and I will see you next Monday. Have a good night.
Good night, guys.